Hello and welcome to the Easily Excitable podcast. My name is Top and with me this week is Kelly. Hey man, how's it going?
Hey Top, I'm doing pretty fine. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing alright. I've had a nice chilled out weekend so far. I'm finding no motivation to play games at the moment. That's kind of okay because this morning I got up and I was like, I'm going to go and hit the gym. So I went to the gym and had a great time. Got out of the gym and I was like, well, I hadn't worn like my running shoes to the gym because I cycled with them the other day. And I don't know if you know anything about British weather, but it rains quite a lot. So the path I was going down, I know, right? Just weird. So strange.
Yeah.
So the paths I was going along were incredibly muddy. So I was like, I should probably not wear my running shoes to go to the gym. So I wore flat rubbish shoes that did nothing for me. And so like I ran 2 miles, and by the end of the 2 miles, my feet were just absolutely killing me. So then I was like, okay, well, I'm going to get some shopping, and I know that there's places around. So I just, did all my shopping. Then I was like, right, I'm going to go buy myself some running shoes that I'm only going to ever wear inside, like for gym purposes. So I went and found some decent new shoes. And the person who was there was like, you seem to know a lot about footwear. And I was just like, yeah, it's kind of a hangover from like the first job I had back when I was like between the ages of 15 and 18, where I worked on footwear for a while in a retail store. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. Like, that's one of the things I just somehow remembered. But like, I was there for 3 years working on pretty much the footwear department predominantly when I was in. And yeah, I still know a lot about shoes apparently. Especially what I need for my feet. So yeah, that was alright. Got myself some new running shoes for the insides, and yeah, got back, played some Destiny 2. I know a lot of people have been playing Destiny 2 recently. They've just released like the Rumble or free for all game mode. It might take a few minutes to find a lobby, but yeah, I really enjoy it. It's probably my favourite game mode, and it's actually got me playing Destiny 2 again, which is A-okay for me. What have you been playing recently? Because it's been an absolute while since I've chatted to you.
Well, first, I didn't even know that they released the free for all game mode, so I'll have to check that out because I was unaware of this.
It was a patch that came out.
As well,
It was a patch that came out 2.5 weeks ago.
Shit, I mean,
and like they made some changes. Like, what did they change? They changed some things. They changed like the movement speed and the effect of the mobility stat on movement on the different classes, and changed the like recharge timers for abilities and grenades and things like that, and supers as well.
They turn them up or turn them down?
Turn them up. So wait, what
did they make them more frequent or less frequent?
More frequent. They made the recharges happen faster, and the impact of mods that affect them have more impact,
more
effective
as well.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, because like that's one of the things that makes the game interesting, right? Like it's like if you were playing some sort of, I don't know, like wizard or mage game, and then the cooldowns for all your spells were really high, and you're like, well, I guess I'll just go hit stuff with my stick for a while, and that'll just kind of be my game, and then I'll wait for my spell to come back, and then I'll cast it, and then I'll go hit stuff with my stick, and repeat. Yeah, no, cool. I like that. That sounds cool.
Yeah, it's been some good changes. They've buffed some weapons, so there's weapons that are more powerful. But I don't know. The gameplay could be do with being a lot faster, still faster, because it takes 3 or more bursts from a pulse rifle to take someone down, and that can be quite challenging, especially when you're playing free for all and everyone's a different target, and anyone can pick off any kill at any time.
Yeah.
But I've had some good games. There was a game where I was 6-0 down to the person that was in the lead. I had no kills. Came back, got to 5 kills. Was like, oh, I'm nearly there. And then I went to 16 kills by the time the next person got to 8. So I had a real good strong game. But
Look at you, man. Congratulations.
Oh, no, right. Thanks. That was probably the best game I played of the day. But yeah, it was fun. Anyway, yeah, I did ask you what you were playing, and then
Yeah, no,
got
sorry,
sidetracked because I was like, "Oh, I'm going back to Destiny." Cool. Yeah. So yeah, what have you been playing?
Right. So I have been playing a lot, a lot of Kingdom Come Deliverance. Like a lot. Like probably too much, but I've been really enjoying it. So I mean, I'm gonna say not too much because it's been really cool. I really like it.
Nice.
I
That's
didn't
the
play
like
it for the
medieval
first.
one.
Yeah. So it's like the medieval. It's set not in the Hungarian Empire. What is it? It's when the Hungarian Empire attacks the something. Anyway,
Okay.
yeah. So in that era. But yeah. So I didn't play it for the first 2 weeks, just because at the time it didn't really catch my eye or anything. But everyone is kind of talking about the game just because it's pretty buggy. It's like one of those like fairly buggy games, which I will admit does something to its charm. Not a lot, but like it does add a slight charm to it.
Okay.
But that charm obviously goes away when you get bugs that are a problem, which I have encountered a few times. One in particular that was related to quest lines and a cutscene in those quest lines. But that was recently patched out, which was cool. But yeah, so they've been working a lot on the game, making it better. I think that there are general improvements that they could still make aside from just like bugginess and things like that. But I really enjoy the game, the core game itself, and just what the game is, and the difficulty with it, and just kind of the more realistic aspects, and even how it goes to realism to a certain extent, but still knows that it's a game, which and treats that with respect as well. So it's not afraid to have fun with itself, which I really enjoy too. So yeah, I've been really enjoying it, and I'm not even that far in the main story. I'm like, yeah, but it's cool. I like it.
Is it like an open world style game?
It is, yeah. And so one thing that it has that I think caught people off guard at first is that some quests have time limits on them. They don't tell you. There's no like countdown timer, which I think could be a good implementation. Or if the quest on it said, like in big bold letters, this is a time limited quest, right? And you have like X amount of days to complete it, and not necessarily count down, but like maybe count down the days. I think that would be nice, just because it doesn't like sometimes the characters will tell you something is time limited, but that's not indicated anywhere. And sometimes they'll also say something is time limited, and then it's not actually time limited. So you're like, I don't know which one to believe. But yeah, so the first one catches you off guard, and you feel kind of cheated because of that, especially if you're not paying attention. But yes, aside from that, it is an open world game. You can go hunting and shit. You can go and just like slaughter or attempt to slaughter bandits and invaders. All kinds of stuff. When you're not doing that, you can go like steal stuff, and you can rob people on the road, like that sort of thing. But cool. Yeah, it's cool. I've really been enjoying it, and it's been a lot of fun for me. I'm at 100 hours, so it's been nice. It's been my game for quite a while, and it's been scratching that itch for me too. Like I was really wanting that like single player RPG experience, and this was really scratching that itch for me. So it felt cool. It's been feeling good to play.
Yeah, that's like Monster Hunter earlier in the year when that came out. I think I put 150 hours into it, and yeah, I can play it single player, but there's also the option to play it with other people too. And yeah, that really scratched that itch earlier in the year, especially like with the character customization as well, and like you can choose different styles of how you want to play.
Right. Yeah, and I actually really look forward to Monster Hunter on PC. I think this is one of the things that I'm using up until that time, just because I've never played a Monster Hunter game before, but this one looks awesome. Yeah. And I've heard so many good things about it, and I watched some stuff on it, and I really look forward to this. And oh man, when it comes out on PC, I'm so excited. Geez.
Yeah, anyway. I've heard lots of people loads of people that I've spoken to are just like, yes, Monster Hunter, I can't wait for it to come out on PC, and I'm just like, oh no, it's already out, and I'm having the most wonderful time with it. I can't imagine, like, do I want to get it on PC as well so I can play with more people? But the answer is probably not, because at the moment I'm completely done with it, and I'm just like, I don't really want to pick it up again, unless like there's something severe. Yeah, absolutely. There's like they released a new monster like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and they're just like, oh yeah, jump back into the game and play it. And I've just like loaded it up once since then, and I've just been like, I can't bother to go and kill it. So it's
you
just
didn't even kill it. You loaded up. You load
no,
screen.
I
It's
did
like,
something else
actually, I'm
instead.
dead.
Yeah, I did something else instead. I was just like, oh, I can't really be bothered. I just kind of want to. Yeah, I just want to make the weapon that I've got better.
Yeah,
And I won't do that by beating it. I'll do that by beating other monsters. So,
it's true.
yeah, I didn't even go to it. So I think, like, yeah, I'm kind of done with it unless there is like a proper expansion coming out for it. And they've been quite vague about what they want to do. But yeah, understandably, they're working on the PC stuff. They're putting out weekly quests and stuff like that. So it's got like that continual tick over of investment as well. So much like Destiny 1 had, you'd play a certain amount of hours each week and you'd achieve everything or achieve stuff that you wanted to achieve and it would reward you for it. Monster Hunter World's exactly the same. It's just like you put in the time and you get the stuff out of it that you want and you can make new items, new fun items and just have a good time. But yeah, I don't really know. Like, it's fun. It's good, but at the moment I'm just like, I'll just load up Destiny 2, play Rumble for a bit, and that's me happy and satisfied. Like, Rachel and I have both been playing through Diablo 3 because there was a new season that started a few months ago, and it was like the first season where the two of us have really we've not really got into it, but it's the first season we were just like, oh, we can actually complete all the objectives. Because there's, I don't know how many, probably 50 or 60 objectives to complete.
Right.
And at first you're just like the ones in the upper tiers of objectives. You're just like, oh, this is going to be difficult to complete. And then as we've been playing through, we've just been like, oh, actually, this is really quite manageable. So we're just trying to gear to complete that at the moment. So, and it's a good game to play together as well. But that game plays differently on PC as it does Xbox. So I'm just like, I'll just keep playing on Xbox rather than moving to PC because I'm very keen to play things on PC. And yeah, I've been trying to get myself to play more Rise of the Tomb Raider. I mentioned it last week, this week. I don't know if I've actually played any more. Like, I want to play it more. It looks real good on my laptop, but I just finding the time and motivation to be like, yes, I'm going to play this game is a bit, I don't know, not confusing, but just, yeah, I'm just like, oh, what am I doing with my time? And with like the prospect of being like, oh, I could play guitar because it's here, and having Rocksmith and being like, yes, I can play more Rocksmith, and like currently learning how to set it up so that I can put custom songs in, not custom specifically, like ones people have made and have put online that track the song.
Gotcha.
So I can like expand my library into more songs that aren't official DLC. So that's going to be interesting. I've lost what track I was making. Anyway, you were saying about what games you've been playing, and I've then just gone and said I've been playing these other ones too. Way well done me.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good. Aside from that, a little bit of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. I put it down for what I would call a long time for me. It was like a solid 2 months, maybe 3, where I just didn't touch it at all.
Yeah, I don't think I've touched it since January.
Yeah, I just wasn't feeling it anymore, man. Because I think the last time that I played it, aside from the more recent times, I just wasn't accomplishing anything. Like I was just getting beat down every time. It was just not great. And I was like, man, I'm just not feeling it. So I put it down for a while, and recently picked it back up with some friends, and I've actually been doing shit. Like it's actually been getting kills and getting in fights and winning games and not always winning games and not always getting kills, but it feels better. I feel better with it.
Nice.
So that's been fun, at least on the amount of time that I've been playing it, and that's been good. I've been playing Overwatch as per usual with me because Overwatch tends to be like my consistent game that I have.
Yeah.
It's the new event right now, Archives. So it's a new like lore event that they have. So that's currently occurring, and that's all fun and dandy.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that's my games. Is that all my games? I think that's my games.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. No, I loaded up. What did I load up? I loaded up Crash Bandicoot 3 the other day because the collection's coming out on other consoles soon. But I loaded it up and I was just like, I know I am mega close to finishing this game. I had like 3 levels and a final boss to go to like finish the main story campaign of it. But then you've got to get all the gems and relics. And I loaded it up and I was just like, I can do this. And in like 40 minutes, I'd finished the game and saw the credits roll. So I was like, that's fine by me. That's me finished another game for the year.
There you go.
So yeah, I've been having a good time with that as well. That's that finished. I loaded up Final Fantasy X and I was just like, I'm gonna play this. And then, like, because I was listening to the patch, it's not the patch anymore, is it? It's Glitch Please. And Ashley was like, yes, I'm getting the platinum trophy in Final Fantasy X. And I was like, I can do that. I'm on the verge of doing it. And then I just loaded it up and I was just like, I can't really be bothered at all. It's quite challenging, I'll say that.
Yeah.
I'm just getting to the point where I'm like, I just want to kind of get all the achievements, but I don't want to put all the work in because I'm kind of done with grinding in games at the moment, which is kind of why I'm doing nothing and like not playing that many games. But I like those games and I do like those kind of games. But for the time being, I'm just like, I can't be bothered. I'll just leave it for a while. Like I said, I've been playing a lot of guitar and I've been trying to read as well. So that's interesting. I've been reading The Colour of Magic by Terry Pratchett. And I started it pretty much on the first weekend of the year because I went into town and picked up the first 3 books and I was like, I'm determined to finish this book by the end of the year. And I reckon I'm just over halfway through in 3.5 months. Go me, yeah! Because, I'm no good at reading.
No, I feel you too. After I finished university, I hadn't read in a long time. Like it had been probably like years since I had actually read something. But just recently, like a month and a half ago, maybe 2, I found this web novel, and it was really good, and I was really enjoying it, and it was great, and I just finished it probably about 2 weeks ago or so, maybe 3, because it was really long. Like, it was like the length of like I want to say like full maybe like 20 books like together. It was really 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 long. But it was great. Like, man, like I highly recommend it. It was so, and I don't know like your preferences. It starts out a bit young adult-y, but that's only because the main character is a teenager, and so you get like those sorts of kind of those sorts of troubles, and it comes from that like younger perspective. But it absolutely is not a young adult novel. And it doesn't have any of those tropes. It ends up being about if superheroes were in the real world, in like modern world, which I know has been done as well, but it comes at it from a completely different angle, and completely different reasoning and completely different effects, and it's just great. Like I really really enjoyed it, and I didn't expect it to. I didn't expect it to be that great and grab me as much as it did. But every day I was reading this thing, and I couldn't even finish like. The chapters are so long, like it's crazy. But anyway, it's great, and it's a ton of reading material. So if you want something that'll keep you going and keep being great, man, it was really great. I loved it.
Cool. What is it?
Yeah, it's called Worm. WORM.
Fair enough.
And there's a spin-off novel for not a spin-off. There's a there's a continuation of the storyline in the world. That the author is currently writing. So I think Worm came out, or was being written in 2010, and then the author went and wrote something else, and now they're back into the world, and they're writing something similar, but obviously not the same. So.
Cool. Yeah, no, I'm not the fastest of readers, so I started. Well, like I sat down to read the other night. I think I tried to read for about an hour and a half. And I maybe got through 10 pages. I'm not a quick reader in any like sense of the words. And Yeah, it's been slow progress. So I've read probably, I think it's about 160 to 170 pages of this book, and I've been trying to read it consistently for for 3.5 months. So, and yeah, like I said, I think I'm just over halfway through it, and I'm just like, oh, I wish I could read faster, but at the same time, I'm enjoying the story, and yeah, I just don't carve enough time out to be like, yeah, I'm going to use this time as my reading time. It'll be more so, oh, I've got nothing to do, I'll read, which is probably the wrong attitude to take towards like actually trying to complete reading books. But yeah, oh well, we'll see how it goes.
Busy guy, Top. I understand.
Yeah, and then yeah, I've been working on other things anyway. So yeah, there's things. I don't know why I was going with that point actually, but yeah, I've moved over to my parents' house. You might notice that I'm in a completely different place to like where I usually am. So yeah, that's all been going on. And I heard from like solicitors and the estate agents earlier in the week. Well, Thursday, Friday, saying they've had all the paperwork from me and now they'll send it over. And yeah, I'm just waiting for one thing to come through, and then it's probably 2 weeks from there, and then everything will be good to go. But who knows what's going to happen? It's a strange time. Because, yeah, I'm looking to start doing... Well, we were going to start doing immigration paperwork in May, but we're kind of like, at the end of the process, like once you get approval, what I didn't realise before was you've got 6 months to get ready and leave. And that wasn't something that was like is really clear. I had to go through I've looked at so many different things on immigration to the States, and they're just like, yeah, once you get your approval, you go immediately over to the States, and then you've got 3 months to get married and get a green card. And I'm just like, okay, so as soon as you get approval, you have to leave. And then like, I found this one place. I was looking on I probably should have gone there first. Oh no, was it there? Because I was looking on the US government website. But I was looking at another bunch of places as well, and it doesn't make it clear. There's like one place of like the 20 or so places I've looked that says, yeah, you have 6 months from approval, like before that visa expires, like to go into the States. So you can leave at like 5 months and then still have 3 months to sort it out once you get to the States. But that wasn't clear to me anywhere before, so I was like, oh no, as soon as I get it, I have to leave. So that's like... caused me some stress at work, and now I'm just like, oh, actually, I've got 6 months, so we can start the paperwork, and then even if it does get approved earlier than I was anticipating, I can still leave work when I want to, and everything will be okay. So yeah, that was all confusing, but yeah, forms to fill in, woohoo,
woo, paperwork,
so,
yeah,
and yeah, things are just crazy, as always, I guess, though. Because there's always stuff going on.
Just if it's not one thing, it's another, right, Tom? You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's moving to the States? Come on,
yeah, I know, right?
No big deal. Paperwork.
No big deal. It's all,
immigration.
Yeah. No, the first what was it? The first form that I've got to fill in doesn't look as challenging as I was anticipating as well, and there's a whole bunch of different requirements. So. Yeah. There's lots going on, and yeah, it's keeping me busy.
Man.
What's been keeping you busy aside from video games?
Oh geez, man. All right, so I don't know if I told you this,
Mm-hmm.
but and tell me if I did, because man, the things that I say on this podcast, they all fly by me sometimes. So about 7 months ago, maybe like 7 months ago, I adopted a kitten. I don't know if you knew that. Did you know that? Your face looks like no. Okay, well, I did.
No.
And his name is Henri, and I love him,
Nice.
and he's great. So I've been taking care of him.
Cool.
And he's got, oh my God, Top, he's gotten so big. He's so big. Oh God, he's gotten so much bigger. He's great. He's great. He's a great little boy. And it's good. Oh man, it's made me start thinking about like when I move out of my parents' place as well, how I'm either gonna have to leave him here because my family loves the shit out of him, or I take him, and I don't know what they're gonna do. So I have a feeling I'll be taking him, but like my parents will probably get another pet of their own. But man. So he's great. He's awesome. I take him to the vet again soon. But yeah, there's that.
Fair enough.
I've been continuing with the guitar at my own pace, similar
Nice.
to how you have your own pace for reading.
Yeah.
So that's kind of been a thing there.
Cool.
Slowly but steadily. What else? Oh, been in a quest to just generally kind of improve myself. When the opportunity arises. In that quest yesterday, did a whole bunch of like work on the car that I drive. So, and I know this isn't a big deal to anyone else, or to many other people, but changed the oil myself, did the spark plugs myself, air filter, which was really, really easy. So I don't really know if we should count that, but anyway, did a whole bunch of like general maintenance-y sort of things to it, and it was cool, and it was not like hard. So yeah, it was pretty. I'll do it again. Like that's the thing. So like I know how to do it now generally. So yeah, that's the thing.
Wicked. When I was over in the States, like Rachel's dad and I was borrowing their 25-year-old Mercedes, and she's like, "Oh, the oil needs changing." So I learnt how to change the oil of a 25-year-old Mercedes.
There you
go. So that was fun. That was the first time I've ever changed oil. Usually, it's just a case of, well, the cars I've driven haven't needed it doing, but they will have, and it's just something that gets done on like an annual service, so it's not really of concern to me at all. So yeah, it just usually gets done. So I'm just like, that's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
But, cool.
So I don't know if you want to end, but can. But I had a question. So, Dark Souls Remastered time. What are your thoughts? Because we have not talked about it. I don't know if you've talked about it.
I think I talked about it when it was announced, but I'm kind of like, well, I'm kind of excited. I want to play it again because it's Dark Souls, isn't it? Like,
I know. So I feel the same way because like,
but I'm just like, the old one still works and still exists. It's on my Xbox One, so like, because it's backward compatible. So I'm just like, do I really need to get it? Really?
Yeah.
But maybe they'll be like, well, graphically it'll be better on PC, won't it? Like, than the original one. It won't need DS Fix to actually solve the problems that it had. So, yeah.
And Blighttown.
Yeah, Blighttown will actually work.
Or at least not shit frame Blighttown.
Yeah. We'll get 4 frames a second.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I know that it's not what everyone was necessarily wanting, and they're changing a few things that I don't necessarily want them to change, like covenants and humanities. But anyway, like I don't know. I just look forward to playing the first Dark Souls game with a lot of other people. Because I didn't play the first Dark Souls game with a bunch of other people.
They're changing as well, aren't they? Up to like 6 players.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'd absolutely be in for that. Like, having a great
password system. I don't know. I would love to play the first Dark Souls game with a large number of people playing because I didn't get that. Like I missed that train. And Dark Souls 1 is my favorite one, and it's the one I play the most of.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I think for that reason alone, I'm gonna pick it up and play it. But anyway, I was curious about your thoughts.
Yeah, that's kind of like, I think I might pick it up for PC, and then we'll just all have like a chaotically good fun time playing through it, and just pick people up in the Discord, in the GGG Discord, and just have a wonderful time. And yeah, hopefully that'll encourage people, just seeing lots of people in the GGG playing it, to pick it up that've never played it before, and just be like, yeah, let us explain it to you, and we'll hop into your world and give you a hand, and yeah, like low level OP that stuff, and roll people through the game, and just they'll be like, oh, I don't know how to do this. It's just like, we can either help you out or you can learn how to do it yourself. But yeah, that'll be good. Yeah,
man. All right, cool. I was curious what you thought. I didn't know if you talked about it or not. So
yeah, I had a little bit, but yeah, it's Dark Souls, so I'm always keen to talk about it.
yeah, always.
Awesome. Kelly, where can we find you across the internet?
Oh man. Okay. All right. Okay. So the GGG have a Discord. We have a Facebook, and I personally don't have anything. However, we also have a Twitter, which is at good _guy_gamers. Top is shaking his head. He always tends to know it better than I do. But
Yeah,
yes,
that's
there you
correct. Yeah.
Feel free to tweet us there. We'll respond to you and we'll ask us for a food emoji and we'll send it to you. And there you go.
Nice.
Except not eggplants, you inappropriate person. Anyway, no, we'll do eggplants. Yeah, so I think that's us. Discord, Twitter, Facebook, that sort of thing. We're cool people, I think, sometimes, and Top's a cool person, so he graces us with his coolness. Yeah, so that's us.
Cool. Right, you found me across the internet at Etherfart or at DestroyTop, and I've kind of been quite quiet for a while, just because I'm trying to focus on everything else. But we'll see what changes over the next few
brooding and preparing for loudness.
Yeah, I know. That'll absolutely come like once I leave my job and I move into the States and I'm just like, well, I've got nothing to do every day, so
party!
Woo! Right. Thank you everyone for listening. Have an exciting week. Thank you, Kelly, for being my guest this week.
My pleasure as always, Top.
Okay. And farewell, everyone.
Bye.